everyone, welcome to English to Darker. I'm so glad you people are here, and today I'm going to be talking about another very important interview question that you face when you go for an interview, of course. Now, in order to get the job of your dreams, you need to have certain answers and you need to have some self reflections. And I'm going to be discussing what will help you to get to those answers and why it is not your fault if you do not have an answer to that. And before I get into today's topic, let me remind you, if you are getting lots of value out of this channel, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your friends. And check out my previous videos on job interviews, and that will be really helpful for you to crack the interview of your dream job. Now, we need to understand one thing, that a recent study has shown that 85% of the people who work, of course, do not love their jobs. So 85% of the people hate their jobs. And we actually, in the interviews, we do acting to get the job. We tell lies, and the interviewers know that we are lying, and we know that we are lying, but we still, keep doing it. There are certain jobs where, they may not care about your authenticity much and they want to hear the lies. Good for them. But the way the modern work environment is changing, they really want the employees to be authentic. Now, where does authenticity come from? Now, the definition of authenticity, no matter what that is, you need to remember one thing, that the secret of authenticity is to be authentic to yourself. So when you are with yourself, are you authentic to yourself? Do you know what you want? Do you know why you are doing certain things or not? Most of us actually pick our career depending on what others say is going to get us a job. And we at the same time know that it is very unattractive to go to an interview and say, I want this job because my teachers or my family told me that being an engineer is a good thing. So I have done this because I have, I have been told by my family and the society that I need to be an engineer to be successful. Now, you may not be an engineer by heart, but you were a victim. You are a victim of the society and the societal narrative. And there is no wonder when you go for an interview, you may feel that nervousness because you think that you can't tell the truth. Because one thing, that in your family, they may care about the fact that you have done everything that they wanted you to do. Your teachers may be happy that you have done everything your teachers wanted you to do. But when you sit in front of the interview panel and you have no authentic answers to come with, they see a robot. They see a robot. They do not see a human being who will bring creativity to the company. And this is important. There are, of course, certain jobs that we do not care about. We just care about, getting the money and fine with them. And you probably can get away with lying. But if this is a job that you have really worked hard for, if this is a job where you really, where you really want to be selected, that there are lots of stakes, the risk is high, and we don't really have good answers. Because if you are a good child or if you're a good student and have done everything that your family and teachers have asked you to do, that is not a good recipe to be creative, because you literally have been killing your creativity throughout your life to get the crown of being good. And here in the job interview, after doing all these things that you did to please others or to get success in the way the society told you, and in the job interview they want new spirit, creativity, you feel completely at loss. So this is just not about English. You need to understand that when we go blank in a job interview, that we do not know what to answer, it's just not about English. It is more than that. And you really need to work on understanding yourself, what you really want. Because don't get me wrong, the things that we have been told are really they are really a recipe to live a mediocre life, because we cannot be great if we are not authentic to our dreams. Now, the question that I want to address here is, where do you want to see yourself in next 5 years? This is a common question they ask you in the job interviews, and generally you have to come up with a good lie, or you have to say some truth and some lies at a time. Okay? And what do you need to say in that moment? The thing that you really feel from inside. Probably the things you feel are not something that you can tell in the interview. Probably your motivation of getting the job is to earn a lot of money. Getting in the company will bring you social respect. Getting the job means that you finally will be able to become financially independent, or if you are an experienced person, maybe getting this job means you will have more money to get your own house or your own car, whatever. Or maybe afford a better school for your children, or you can afford a foreign trip from the more money you're gonna make. Now, all these things are good motivations, but they don't serve the company. So your company the company you're applying for is no way interested in your motivation factors. So there is basically you basically are using the company for your benefit. You have nothing to you have nothing special to offer for the company, because all the goals you have are related to the position and the money. Because you will, when you go to a party, you will be able to say that I am the production manager, I am the sales manager, I am the chief architecture of that company. So all these things. Or that I am a data analyst maybe, or chief data analyst of such a big company, all these things. Or maybe you are someone who is going for a government job that you want to get, because you're going to get that government car that will give you some social status, and the job does not really care about those things. So if you share all those things, you probably are not going to get the job. I mean, think about it, how you will feel that your partner, let's say in a romantic relationship, your partner wants you for your status, for your house, or your money, or your good looks, or maybe the money your parents have, or whatever. Or maybe it just is maybe you are from a great family and that person wants to be seen as part of that great family, and etc., vice versa. And it is applicable to both the genders and all other genders. how will you feel? You probably will not feel good about your partner. You won't want a partner like that. You want a partner who really wants you for who you are. And where you want to see yourself in next 5 years, you need to come up with an authentic answer. And you need to give that authentic answer in the interview. And if your authentic answer line up with the interest of the company, only then they're going to hire you. This is as simple as that, you know. So let's say that you are applying for a call center job. Now you may say that what purpose of alignment can I mean, like what can I get out of except the money from the job. Let's say that you are you are working for an international BPO. Now you may have interest in talking to foreigners in English. That can be a motivating factor for you. That can be a motivating factor for you to join a BPO. Now, if it provides technological solutions, and if you have interest in technology and see what kind of work is being done, what kind of technological products are being sold, if you have that kind of an interest, then your interest and the interest of the company line up. So understand that you may have some authentic interest which line up with the interest of the company. So what you really need to do is really ask yourself what you want out of your career, what exactly you want, not what you were told that you are supposed to want it. So understand what you want, and then understand the company you are applying for, what their goal is, what their interests are, and then line up your interest and their interest together and come up with an answer related to that. So I can say, let's say that I'm giving you an example. Let's say that I go for an interview in a BPO. Now there I say that I have great interest in knowing what kind of technological products are being sold, and I'm good at communication, and I have interest of talking to foreigners. That's why I want to work in an international BPO. And when they ask that where I want to see myself in next 5 years, then I can say that I want to get to a point where I'll be able to train the employees in communicative English and other communication skills. So that's my goal, that I want to be a trainer of the workers in the BPO, because that's how I'm going to enable other people to communicate with the international customers, and I will also be able to communicate and connect with all these people that who I will be training. And if possible, I want to get to a point where I want to be sent to different countries by your company so that I can train foreigner students, because that will give me a career boost, that will fulfill my need of connecting with international people, and work in an environment where I can where there are people from several countries. So that's how you find a common interest between your goals and the company goal. And when they align, you will be able to come up with the answer that, first of all, is good for you and good for the company. And that is the answer that will get you the job. Now, whatever your field is, try to find out what you really want from your career. Research what what other people are doing in the fields that you're interested in, and then research about the company and see what are their working ethos or principles, and then come up with a solid answer. Okay, and I hope this video has been helpful. Please contact me if you are someone who is looking for online courses of spoken English and really want to find out what is, your career path that you want to pick. And I would be delighted to be a part of your journey of becoming fluent in English and help you, with your interview questions and finding the answers you need to crack the interview. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow.